Hello everybody, and today we're going to be having a look at some of the pickups, some of the loot, some of the swag that I managed to pick up at the Forge World Open Day. Let's move some of this base material off the desk because it's annoying to rest my hands on. But yeah guys, so I didn't have that much money to go to the Forge World Open Day. I kind of had to wrangle and, you know, scrape and search on the back of the couches for some monies to actually go and get stuff because, let's face it, it's not fun going to a Forge World Open Day unless you come away with some juicy Forge World stuff, is it? Now, first and foremost, I'm going to actually look at the it's actually the program for the Forge World Open Day, which is quite nice. You know, it's got like obviously the Forge World minis and t-shirts and stuff. It's got the designers on the back. Whoa! My camera has just detected all their faces. That is crazy and creepy at the same time. But no, it's what is actually on the reverse of this, and I would appreciate it if Forge World Games Workshop did more of this. I'm gonna have to move the camera over here. Actually, you actually get this cool little poster, which is quite nice, and I like it when GW give away like promotional kind of artwork and stuff, because it means that I can actually pop it up there on my ceiling with my other stuff and decorate my hobby room with it. So that was really, really cool. Thank you Games Workshop, thank you Forge World for doing that. Absolutely incredible. Oh God, I can't get over how good the new Warhammer world is, guys. It's really, really incredible. It's definitely a destination now, rather than just, oh, we're going to Warhammer World. It's somewhere to actually want to go to, and somewhere where you can actually have a really interesting day. It's awesome. Some more stuff that I got a handful of the badges that they're giving out, because like they just had like little jars of these. Let's see, I got Death World one, got an Age of Sigmar Khorne one, because that's cool. Got an Emperor's Children one, got an Imperial Fists one. Let's have a look. Got any others? Got, I think, is that Iron Warriors? And I got an Iron Warriors one, and then the rest are all just Death Guard because I like Death Guard, and I use these to like decorate stuff. And again, I'm probably gonna pin these all about my rooms. Now, a note on these: people were taking these by the fucking handfuls, and I know why. You filthy scalpers, stop selling these for £1. They're free badges. If you know anyone that wants to get a badge, just get them to grab you a handful on an open air and event. It's disgusting, the scalpers that sell these for like £1. I've even seen these go for a £5 on eBay. That is fucking ridiculous for something that's free. Absolutely disgusting. Now, onwards to the Forge World models. I need a knife to be able to get into my stuff. Haha! Here is Das knife. I also have scissors on hand as well, just in case it becomes tricky. So, the first thing we're going to look at is actually the event miniature, which is the Forge World Titan Princept Majoris. Now, another word on this. This guy retails at £9, which is alright, I think, considering it's only a small little guy. However, I'm going to touch on the filthy scalpers again. You should be fucking ashamed of yourselves selling this guy for an excess of £25 on eBay. That is ridiculous. He's only tiny. £25 for him, that is ridiculous. You could buy almost 3 more of these guys with that money. It is absolutely fucking stupid. And people will go in there and they were literally picking up like 10 of these guys at a time just to sell them, just to scalp people with. It's ridiculous, and all scalpers should be ashamed of themselves. But anyway, that little rant over, we're going to open him up because I fully intend on using this guy in my Mechanicus army. Because what I was thinking of doing, I've got a couple of, I need to get transport into my army, so I'm thinking of like chimeras or something, and I just need some like generic guys just to count as, just like generic Mechanicum, maybe citizens or servants, so I can stick them in, use them as like maybe a veteran squad or just a bog standard conscript squad, just so I get access to chimeras. So let's take him out and have a little look. Are we greasy? Do we have, oh yeah, he is a bit greasy, he's going to have a bit of a soak, but let's just zoom in to his little face. Now, this little guy, I like him an awful lot. I know a lot of people are like, he's a little bit shit, Jojo, man. But I just love his little snippy hand. And I love the irony for the fact that he's holding a clipboard there, which has clearly got paper on it. How does he write? How does he write with this snippy little claw hand? It's absolutely crazy. But he's just a really cool little guy, you know. He's going to fit in nicely with the Mechanicum stuff because he's partly mechanical himself. He's got this cool little, like, face guard going on, and there's lots of nice little detail. And he's going to paint up absolutely lovely. And he fits just perfectly on a circular base. But yeah, so I really like this guy. We're going to pop him back in there. In fact, you guys, if you guys are thinking of getting him, you could probably do with a size comparison. Here we go. So here's a Khorne Berserker. Around about Space Marine size, here is the princept, majoris. So he's a little bit small, he's like human size, he's Imperial Guard sized, he's a nice little guy. So let's pop him back in his little box and go on to some of the other stuff that I got. I picked up a Space Marine conversion set. This isn't for me though, so I'm not going to open it. This is for one of my good friend, Mr. Reality Bites. He asked me to get in this, so I did. But it's got like some power fists and some bionic legs and just some nice little bits and bobs if you're creating any Space Marine characters. We won't dwell too much on that one. The next thing I got was the Titan Tech Priest Engine Seer, which is really cool. Where's my knife gone? Why the fuck have I just put my knife there? It is. It's right where I couldn't see it. But I've been eyeing up this guy for ages as well, and again, because he was only cheap, he was under £15, I thought to myself, do you know what? Treat yourself. You've not had a treat for a while. So, I made a right pig's ear of opening this box. A right pig's ear of it. There we go. Right, let's just open him out. Now, this miniature is somewhat a little bit strange because, first and foremost, he needs to open his box properly. Why you not come out? There we go. This guy's a little bit odd. Apparently, according to several sources, he's a rather old cast. He's an old model. I think he holds up to the rest of the Tech Priest stuff. Let's just get his bits out. So, one of the things you'll notice on this guy, guys, is that he's actually modelled to his base, which, fuck, I've just flicked him off. That's how greasy stuff is. That literally slipped out of my hand because of the mould release on him. Now, I'm going to have to hope that this isn't the bad batch of stuff, because I know for a while Forge World had a bad batch of models that had really bad mould release issues, and it sunk into the actual miniature. So, here he is. Here's his main torso, but yeah, really weird. He's modelled on an actual base. Now, I think this is because he's supposed to just go with the Titan, or, go inside him, but I'm not sure whether or not. Am I going to be... No, I don't think I'm going to be able to clip that base off because I'm thinking it's probably going to fracture all the way up. So I might have to leave him and just file off the roughness of the base. But let's have a look at some of the detail on him. So he's pretty cool, he looks just like a Tech Priest Engine Seer, like this guy here. You guys are going to have a little sneak peek of what I'm doing as well in a later video. As you can see, it looks very, very similar. Some slight tweaks on the actual design there. He's got all his usual techie gubbins going on down here. He's got his little hand, which is just clenching a little fist, and his arm's raised up there, because his arm holds this really, really cool and really, really epic axe. Now, I really like this axe. It's going to be really fun to paint up. It's just different from all the other gear axes that are out there. Some other stuff that he's got. He's got a little servo skull there as well, which is quite nice. Now, I'm not sure, will I use him, or does he go on the actual... I don't quite know. I'm going to have to look at a picture for him, but I might have to put that on a character, because that's going to be really annoying to pin. Oh, no, it does like it goes on him. Look, there's a little nub there for it to go on. So you get a little servo skull, which is quite cool. Then you get the bits for his servo harness. So his servo harness is already built in to the back of him. Now, one of the things with this miniature, the little servo arms, very, very fiddly. A little bit of cleanup to do as well. Not much rebending, I don't think. I think it's kind of alright. Yeah, lots of little cool little tools and little worky bits and things, which is really, really good. God, these are greasy. Anyway, so that is the Titan Tech Priest. He's really, really cool. I've wanted him for so long. He's going to be just one of the generic kind of tech priests in my army. Just because you don't really see him used in games that often. It'd just be interesting. Now, last and not least, that doesn't really kind of make sense. Lastly, I have, this is a bigger box, I have the Death Corps of Krieg Quartermaster and Retinue. Now this is a really cool set because I didn't really get him for the Quartermaster model, I got him for the Servitors because I've decided what I would very much like to do is build up a cool little collection of Servitors and other little kind of Imperial citizen type guys for my Mechanicus army, just because they're really interesting, and Servitors are something that you don't often see used. And it'd be nice to be able to bring them into the line of duty. I can't fucking open this thing again. Right, okay, so we're gonna just have to open this through here, this way, in a really odd and peculiar manner. So let's take a look at him. I've actually got a bit of interest on the quartermaster and the dying guy. Oh, fuck's sake. What a pain in the fucking arse this packaging is. It's really weird. It's like blister seal, but it's really flimsy, so when you cut it, your knife kind of wobbles about all over the place. Okay, so, alright, where am I going to start with this? I'll start with the quartermaster and the dying guy. Ew, look at all the flash and all the grease that's come off it. So, some very nice miniatures in here. Firstly, we have the quartermaster. Now, he is a very, very nice looking miniature going on here. Pretty much all in himself. I think I'm probably going to sell this guy separately, and then maybe the dying guy as an added extra. But he's very, very cool. Exceptional detail. Some great detail on his face, on his like skull mask that he's got going, which is really, really good. Like the skull rib cage, which is dead nice. He's actually drawing a las pistol, which again is pretty cool. And so again, some nice work on the cape. Bit of a mould line going on there, but that can be scraped off pretty easy. But he's got lovely detail. Now, the reason why he's drawing his pistol is because it does also come with this fella here. And it's this dying Death Corps of Krieg guy. So he's kind of, his rebreather's kind of broken, and he's lying on the floor. He's like, oh no, I'm dying. So literally, he's like a commissar dude, and he's drawing his pistol to end the suffering of this guy. So he's actually showing mercy, which not an awful lot of Imperial ranking officers do, which is quite interesting. So they're the two models that I'm not going to be using out of this set. The models that I am are these absolutely delicious servitors. There's this guy, first and foremost, who is holding like some equipment and stuff, and I might convert this guy up and like maybe change the helmets that he's got here for some kind of, you know, more techie apparatus. But he's pretty cool. He's going to paint up nicely. He's going to join the ranks of the Mechanicum. Got some nice little worky bits on him. He's got a cool little mechanical worky arm there. Some like mechandrites and stuff that are just limp and hanging there. He's all one piece. The next thing is this guy here. So this guy is kind of like a scribe, maybe a remembrancer of some sort. So he's got all these scrolls. He just looks the epitome of Mechanicum, with the mechanical eye, the chew coming out of his mouth, the hood and everything, all this mechanical stuff. He's got these cool little banners. They're going to be really fun to paint up. And some other bits and bobs here on his back. Again, more scrolls. Loads of scrolls. He's going to be really, really fun to do. I'm going to take a lot of time and care in painting these guys up to do them justice, really. The next guy is this little fella here. Now, I think he is supposed to actually, I think he's supposed to fit on something. I think he's supposed to fit on top of the banner. But I'm going to use this cherub dude as a separate miniature, just so I get a higher model count. Now, cherubs, look at this flashing, dirty flashing. It's like pulling off skin. But these cherubs are really weird, and they're proper creepy looking, but he's cool with his little wings. Look at his little unhappy face. I wouldn't be very happy if I was a fetus with wings that had like rocket boosters attached to it. It's absolutely crazy, but he's a really interesting little guy holding his little scrolls. I do think he is supposed to go like on top of this guy's thing here, but like I say, he's going to be used separately. Now, the next thing, which is probably my favourite one, is this fella here with the really, really thin waist. Now, this guy is really cool because he's like a medic guy. So he's got this cool like medic gown going on. He's got like this cool like medic like rebreather face mask, a big like servo harness, and he's got a big servo harness because he's got these kind of like tanks here that go on it. Now, I'm not too sure. I'm going to have to look at some focus. I have to look at some like artwork and stuff, and just, you know, some actual models just to see how he's actually supposed to go. But he has them. He's got a lovely array of grim dark tools and stuff. These probably going to require a little bit of rebending with some hot water to actually go on. But there's some lovely little circular saws, some little injection needly things, hypodermics, little snippy claws, little blades and scalpels and stuff. And then there's these things here. Now, these are really, really weird because they're just like little hypodermic needles. And I think these are attached somewhere near these here, these tanks. And these, like, I don't know, they must be like, I don't know, anesthetic injections or something like that. But some very, very cool miniatures there, guys. And that was my little haul. Let's put them back so I don't lose any of the bits. But yeah, so what I've decided to do, because I've got like a bunch of servitors, you can actually see them in the background there. I've got a bunch of servitors, and I'm going to use these guys just to fill up the ranks, because I've always wanted to use them, but I've never really felt a use. Now, I'm not going to be using those guys. I'm going to take the heavy weapons off and replace them just with Macandrites and convert them up a little bit. But I actually do want to convert up some more, and actually get some more servitor models. Now, I thought to myself, there's actually an awful lot of servitors. But there isn't. The only other ones on my agenda to actually get are the ones from the Grimalda set for the Black Templar guy. They're pretty cool. Again, you get like this cool little banner guy. You get like some like holy servitors, which are like incense burners and things. But that'll be a cool little addition. They're just different because, again, you don't see them very often unless someone's using Grimaldus in Black Templars. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this little loot video. And, I'll put the bases back. That would help, wouldn't it? You silly bugger, Jojo, man. You're going to lose these delicious round bases. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. And I will see you again in the next video. Don't forget to check out the Facebook group, because it's a way of me interacting with you guys outside of YouTube. So, links in the doobly-doo down below. And I will see you guys in the next video. See you now, and goodbye.